Hello and welcome to the Melodic Caring Project. Joining us today from Fort Collins, Colorado, we have Eva Holbrook, lead singer and one of four sisters that make up the band Shel. Eva tells us a little about her experience and plays and dedicates a beautiful original song to a few special rock stars watching from their hospital and home care rooms around the world. Eva Holbrook, welcome to the Melodic Caring Project. So good to have you. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
So excited that you're joining us. We've got some history. Melodic Caring Project worked with you and your band Shel with all your sisters, and you and I visited one of our rock stars, Maya, in the hospital, and I just have so many good memories of that visit. So thank you. Thanks for being a part of Melodic over the years.
Yeah, it's such a wonderful project. Every time I'm honored to be asked to be a part of what you're doing. So thank you for the amazing work you do and for, just giving me an opportunity to be a part of it.
So appreciated. And it's, you represent the heart and the soul of the project as you support the kids and bring them joy through music and love through music. And it's interesting because it's never been more necessary, right? Providing joy and love and connectedness through music. I'm curious, how does this feel to you? How is this whole experience of isolation and being separated from people feeling to you right now as an artist?
It's been fascinating. I think mostly the biggest experience I've had has been a positive one because I didn't realize how little quiet I had in my life until this happened. And in that quiet, a lot of things have started to grow that wouldn't have grown otherwise. Because I think I travel, primarily for my work, I travel. And it seems like there's just constant busy work that goes along with being an artist. You're constantly sending emails, you're on social media. And something about all of that coming to a halt and just sitting alone in my room with my thoughts and memories and emotions, even missing people. Of course, I still miss folks, but kind of having the opportunity to sit with all of that has been really inspiring. It's woken some things up inside of me and given me a chance to really sort through things I haven't processed because I've been so busy, and it's been kind of like a little womb for creativity. So
good. So it sounds like there's some positive that's coming out of it. I mean, I think that's actually a really important realization because as an artist, I think that's for sure true, but also just in Western culture, we're just very busy all of the time, So taking some time to slow down and think some things through and process some things that you haven't otherwise. So what's one thing that you're learning through this that you might hope would be something you can take back into life as this subsides?
It's definitely taught me to be grateful. I think every little thing that I used to complain about, whether it was going to the grocery store or, even sometimes touring can be really exhausting. And so I'd find myself a bit dreading it. But then seeing people, react to this and be in such great need of hope, and knowing that people will turn to me to look for that comfort, it really kind of reiterated that that's why I do this, and that's what I'm bringing when I go out on the road. I don't think I'll ever forget that again. Just having it taken away, like our whole tour has been canceled, but then seeing that it does mean so much to people. I didn't know, until they start tuning in on Instagram Live and just being like, thank you so much. I really needed this to escape for a moment. So I think I'll probably take that gratitude back with me.
I love that. We had an interview yesterday, and the artist we interviewed specifically said that music, there's a way to approach it where it's more a service, right? You're more of a servant than you are self-serving when you're playing music. Is that something you find with your music and connecting people as well?
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like it's like anything worth doing in life. You're constantly on this journey of discovering at deeper lengths why you're doing it. So I was having to explain to somebody the other day when I started, you know, I was really young, I was about 10. And the first thing I remember was this like flash of how good it felt to actually be able to play something. And the second thing I remember was how much attention I got for playing it. And that really encouraged me to keep going because here were adults paying attention to me. And that slowly changed as I turned into a teenager into this like intense need to express what was going on in here. And then that changed into a need to comfort people and just like a need to know that I was doing something that mattered and was meaningful to the people around me. But what's strange is that like to this day, it always feels like a combination of those things. And I think sometimes I wish I was a saint and I only did it for other people. But then I realized if I did that, like there would be nothing, like I wouldn't have anything to offer because so much of writing music for me is like trying to make sense of myself and or trying to make sense of, you know, my friends or even historical events, you know, different interactions. So.
Well, or even just trying to survive, right? That's the hard part about music is keeping a balance where you can survive. Your art and your passion can't be expressed if you can't survive to make your art and your passion a reality for everybody else to witness. So, yeah.
It's a weird thing. I did realize though recently, I came to the epiphany that I would rather, you know, like have a job at McDonald's and then make music than ever make music for the sake of making money and having to compromise what I was making. Mm-hmm. So that was a really good epiphany to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of bringing that connection and comfort and joy to people, do you have a song that you want to perform for the kids in the hospitals that are watching this?
I would love to.
Well, this one goes out to Caitlin, Alora, Owen, Beth, Cora, and Ken. It's called I Was Born a Dreamer. All dreams start out small. Sometimes you don't know they're there at all. But I lay awake wishing on the stars. All the while knowing in my heart I was born a dreamer. A wide-eyed believer in things unseen. I was born a dreamer. Oh, say you believe in me. Doubt cuts deeper than fear. It'll scorn you till your hopes disappear. But I fight against the things people say and let the tears fall where they may. I was born a dreamer. A wide-eyed believer in things unseen. I was born a dreamer.
Thank you
Thanks.
so much. You have a really enchanting voice.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Very, very good.
Thanks, Levi.
Thank you so much for joining us, Eva. I appreciate it. Is there any, any kind of final comments you want to share with the kids or with the world at large?
Yeah, I think I would want you to know you're not alone, that you're one in my thoughts and prayers, and it's really a privilege to have this opportunity to connect with you in a time that feels so isolated and disconnected. I'm thinking about you, I'm praying for you, and I'm sending you this song, so I hope that helps, and if you are feeling alone, I hope it helps.
If you or someone you know is battling illness and needs support, you are not alone. Sign up today at melodiccaring.org. And thank you to our healthcare providers and first responders. We are also here to support you.